I mean, it's really, we don't have anything complex working remotely. Like everyone has a laptop. If you're lucky to have a Mac, then it's good. A lot of our VAs work on normal PCs as long as it's, fast enough. Of course, you need the internet and then all those tools that I mentioned. So that's in terms of hardware. I guess, it's really about setting process and system and structure and expectation. You don't just start working online. You have to have all those rules set in place and how you're going to do your weekly meeting and how you're going to do your thing and design all that and then share amongst the team. And I really think that now that you're working, I guess this applies to whether it's online or offline, but it's collaboration and empowering your team to input, not just like, hey, we're doing this. It's like, hey, what's your challenge? How do you feel about this? What would you do? And then having your team members even suggesting a lot of things that you would probably suggest anyway. But when your team are inputting in how they want the business to run or how the department should be run, then at least they have the buy-in and it's their ideas. So I think as a leader, as an employer, it's not so much about grabbing information from external and go, here we're doing this. It's an open kind of discussion and go, what challenge do you think that we're going to face? Oh, we're going to this and that. And then, okay, what ideas do you have? And then allowing them, it takes a little bit more time and more patience, but then it's everyone feel like they're all, I guess, working on this project together and they're all problem solving together. Because if everyone's already uncomfortable getting into something new environment and then being forced to do something new that they don't really get, that could really affect the culture. But so it really requires a lot more care and tenderness when it comes to online, because there could be a lot of misunderstanding. Just checking in with your team, this applies to anything, right? You just need to once a week or once a month go, hey, how's you going and what is it? And then just constantly fixing and improving your process. But it's really important to create your process as you go, rather than working all over the place. Then you're just going to get a dispersed team that's just lost and not productive, and you're not working on the same goal. So it's really important to be able to be flexible with time. So with people with kids and people with whatever arrangement, that means that they could still work, they could still do their hours and work, but then it might be in the middle of the night, it might be whatever. And so you as an employer would need to be open-minded about that. And like I said, with the project manager, you shouldn't have to worry that they're not doing work. If you give them all the work, they will do it, because they'll do it with their own time. And so it's less micromanaging and having that trust. But like I said, if everyone doesn't understand the communication expectation, then that's when it goes wrong. So when someone is new working with us, they didn't realize that they should acknowledge the email, acknowledge the task, and over communicate the status update, because they just didn't know that's our protocol and our expectation. So we have to tell them that and go, hey, this is how we like it here. Update every 2 days. What if you think updating every 2 days is not good enough and it needs to be every day? So set all that expectation. And then checking in with your team and reflecting it every day on your tasks. So sorry, the kids are starting to be loud, and that's exactly what happens when you have when you work from home. And this is a new challenge for me, because it's I've always worked from home and I always have kids, but it's a 24/7 with the kids, and not being able to pass them to the mother-in-law and the sisters because of social distancing. That is the challenge.